So let's go ahead and look at a variable in a little bit more detail and variable types. I'm just going to go ahead and close this for now. We don't really need this, and what I'm going to do is open up a new window, and I'm just going to go to my actions like so, and what I'm going to do is type var, which is obviously variable, and what we're going to do is I'm going to type in user name, and this would be my variable called user name. So say for example if we wanted to create some sort of login system, or this would be the variable for that variable type. Now one thing that I forgot to mention in my previous variable example was that we need to define the variable type. So in that empty box, in that empty container that is our variable, what we need to do is we need to define whether there are numbers going into that box or letters or words. So in this, what I'm going to do is say colon, and you'll see a number of different types that are coming up. So Flash again is trying to help me, and what we need to do is type in string. With a capital S, my mistake. And the next thing we need to do is type up a name. So I'm just going to type up my name, and there we have it, and semicolon. So what we're actually saying is that our variable is called username, and for that variable we've got the type of variable is a string, which is a piece of text. So when we want to convert the piece of text into a string, we always highlight with the speech marks in quotations. So that defines that that's a string and not a series of numbers. Now the nice thing is that when we're creating our variables, if you sometimes put numbers, Flash will tell you that the type is a string. So we don't really need this in there, but it's always good practice to highlight that we're actually going to use strings to load into our variables. So that's quite cool, and you'll see this follow up in some of the director videos that Russell has created as well. So I know that he likes to use a lot of strings in his code, and you'll kind of see the similarities of ActionScript 3.0 and Lingo, which is still a scripting language, very old language, but you'll see similarities between that. So that's one example of how to create a variable, a username, to load a string inside there. So that's a data type would be a string, not a series of numbers.